Uh-oh. Apparently more rude Blake Lively clips are surfacing. Is she going to be the next JLO? Also, we got to talk about this. Apparently there's a suspicious twist that involves Johnny Depp. Not on my watch. Welcome to Popcorn Planet. I am Andy Signore, and thanks to everybody who watched our exclusive interview last night with this amazing and lovely journalist, Kirsty, who was on talking about her rude experience with Blake Lively. And now more coming out. Now, we're going to talk about those other clips in a second, but before we do, I want to reiterate something that was said last night because I'm seeing this bubble over. Apparently, there's a suspicious twist from that rude interview of Kirsty to be released, the one that we talked about. For those of you, hopefully you're all in the know now and you watched the incredibly rude interview that Blake and Parker Posey did with Kirsty. Blake and Parker, you owe this woman an apology. She is lovely. I don't know what you were doing. Just own it and say it was a bad day. Apologize. What are you waiting for? No, instead now, it seems Blake's PR is blaming Justin Baldini's PR because apparently, and I didn't know this when I spoke to her last night, Kirsty is a big fan of Johnny Depp. She's interviewed him and she's defended him during, I guess, the Justice for Johnny craze. Never spoken to her. But because Justin Baldoni has hired this crisis PR expert, Melissa Nathan, who repped Johnny Depp during the trial. Also, I've never met this woman, never spoke. In fact, for the record, I don't know why I have to always say it. I didn't work with anybody on Johnny's team throughout the whole trial. I didn't. I got in touch with a couple people after the trial, but I never spoke to anybody during the trial. No one was leaking or giving me things or paying me, as that Netflix documentary frustratingly implies. Have nothing to do with Melissa or Johnny's team during any of it, and neither did Kirsty. We actually asked her directly.
The thing is, I recently was contacted by Daily Mail, who did a story of this outrageous conspiracy theory that I was working for Justin Baldoni because now all the attention on this interview is taking away the attention from him, and because he hired someone that Johnny Depp had hired to help him, his crisis management team, and I said nice things about Johnny Depp, then it must be.
Oh, they're really going to hate you now because I helped get Johnny Depp. Now we're all in collusion. So I love that you brought it up because I wasn't even thinking that. But let's clear for the air. Neither of us are working for that PR specialist that had nothing to do with it. No, and that's I want to reiterate that. I hate saying double of myself there, but I wanted to reiterate that and start this because I am not reporting on this to try to trash Blake Lively. I like Blake Lively. I love Ryan Reynolds. I don't want to trash on Ryan's wife and the mother of his kids. Blake, just apologize. What's going on? This seems so easy, but now this PR battle has become so interesting and drama, and neither side's really helping. I don't know why there's this beef between Justin and Blake, and why the internet's now so keen to show these rude things. And to be honest, I don't believe these clips we're going to show you are that rude. I'm not biased on this. I'm going to look at this as fairly as I can. So let's go through these rude interviews that are surfacing, okay? This interview with DP30, they talk about this, where things got tense, as they said. I want to get to this part. Apparently, Daily Mail is so terrible the way they do things. Was taken back. Do you feel free to try everything? The reporter asked. She looked taken aback, asked by the question, appearing to roll her eyes. What does that mean? Stumbling over his words, the reporter clarified that he was asking if she'd be willing to step out of her comfort zone by doing something new on screen. Apparently, and again, this is all the writer adding this. Apparently you're not going to sing if you don't think you could sing, he quipped, which they talked about earlier in the interview. Lively quickly reminded the reporter that she sings in the movie that she's there to promote for her. And Lively quickly reminds the reporter, well, I did sing in All You Can See. Looking disappointed, she sarcastically asked the reporter if he saw the movie before agreeing to interview her. I did see the movie, he insisted. Lively then shot a look to someone off screen before smirking and telling the reporter, we're going to give you a pop quiz at the end of this interview. There can be a pop quiz of every minute of it, he replied with a nervous laugh. So this is how they're trying to write it. And I want you to see this infamous moment in the interview and tell me if you really think she's being rude here.
So do you feel free now to try everything? What is the next 5 years of? Well, in terms of trying, do you?
Now, when I hear that, I'm like, anything? You want to hook up and do some adult stuff? You want to go do literally? What does he mean? What does he mean? I don't see her being annoyed.
You apparently are not going to sing if you
I
didn't think you can sing.
I sang in this movie.
Well,
Did
yeah.
you see the movie?
I did see the movie. But I mean,
we're going to give you a pop quiz at
there
the
can be a
end.
pop quiz every minute of it.
Yeah.
It's a complicated pop quiz, though.
Yeah, it
with
would be
Mark's
complicated.
images.
Yes.
But I mean, is everything?
Look, I think she's being polite. She has every right to call out the interviewer who's not prepared for the movie and not clear. Did you even watch it? I thought you watched it. And then she's being a little playful. I in no way found this weird. Now she's now being a little bit more frustrated because, and this is now, you got to understand, 30 minutes into a 38-minute interview that has been pretty fair and nice. And she's trying her best to answer the dude's questions. They're not that great questions.
On the table? Are you now like at a moment where you're kind of, okay, that whole Gossip Girl thing is behind me and I'm done the movies that are...
The question's awful. It's very confusing what he's
asking. It feels
asking.
like the movies that you've chosen are...
He's adjusting the question over and over again. He's clearly nervous on his own right. And she answers finally. They end the interview fine. There's nothing in this that I found rude. I forget anything. He stumbled. He clearly knew he stumbled. And there's nothing in this that... I watched a lot of this interview. It's very boring. She's nice at times. She's fine. There's nothing in this interview that was very interesting. And I think it's incredibly unfair for them to say this was rude to a reporter again. Not true. Now, there's another one that came out where she refused to wear the friendship bracelet given her by a fan as other It Ends With Us stars put them on right away. Let's watch the clip. Here it is.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. I'm going to put it here because it doesn't go with my outfit, but I will wear it later. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm going to put it on. Thank you so much.
Now, I have no idea who the other person is. She's clearly probably not gotten a lot of friendship bracelets in the past. She's like happy. Blake Lively is literally going to be photographed and probably forced to wear whatever she's wearing, her jewelry. It's usually negotiated with publicists and people and free jewelry. And look, she's, oh my God, thank you so much.
I'm going to put it here because it doesn't go with my outfit, but I will wear it later.
It doesn't go with her outfit. I am going to wear it later. I genuinely think that's a fair response. What is she supposed to just put on everything she gets from people at the junkets when they've literally done their whole job to make her look nice? I'm rejecting this one too. I don't believe either of those were her being rude. This is what we're trying to prove. Now, here's another one. Blake Lively calls cast monkeys in an Unearthed interview. Here's the moment. Let's watch it.
We all remember Savannah.
It was another promise was no pet monkey. Yeah. Chuck has a matching pet monkey with coordinating outfits, and I was like, I would love to be part of the show, but I can't act with a monkey. And then I got a few of them.
She got a few of them.
Come on, it was a joke. Lord have mercy.
That was a lot of information about cages, and I'm sorry, I was still thrown.
So she calls her Gossip Girl cast monkeys, like the guys. Like, I got some monkeys here. I mean, sure, it's offensive, I guess, if you're soft and can't handle a joke. I mean, her husband Deadpool does way worse. So, I mean, I'm not offended by it. Rude? Okay, of all the clips I've played, that one's could be rude, and I could see that maybe they were didn't love it, that she's being a little bit third. But she then, I'm kidding, it's a joke. As even the audience is a little uncomfortable by it. Of all of them, fine. That's not the best. But again, this is 2008 from way long ago. Like, what are we doing here? We're the cancel police now, like trying to find bad jokes she's told and she's being rude. Listen, at the end of the day, it is quite clear she was rude here. She was incredibly rude here, and she called her fat.
Congrats on your little bump.
What about my bump?
The whole thing is disgusting to watch. It's not a good look for either of them. Parker Posey, especially with this rude, like, eye roll at the end. Like,
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Oh, finally, get out of here. They're like two catty mean girls at the high school table. And for this, Blake, this one you got to apologize for. Now, I don't know what's going on with Justin Baldoni. All I know is I talked about this last night. His other co-stars, including Sabrina Carpenter, Haley Lou Richardson, they're still following him, and they're not following a lot of people either. They're pretty much, and Sabrina's as big as it gets right now. So I don't understand what all this backlash is. I don't know what happened between them. Maybe he did something wrong. Maybe she did something wrong. Maybe it's just egos. That's what I really think it is. I don't think this should turn into a JLO instance. I don't hate Blake Lively. I don't want to keep piling on to Blake Lively. We'll keep you updated as the ports are coming, but I'm going to do it honestly. If I see her being a meanie, I'm going to call it out. And she was a mean girl in that interview, and I hope she does apologize. In fact, I've tried to keep checking for her Instagrams and stuff, and still so far, nothing. In fact, I'm going to refresh it real quick to make sure we're up to date. So you have the most up to date always here on Popcorn Planet. Also, make sure you follow us over on Instagram you can follow me at Andy Signore and Popcorn Planet. So here we are. Her stories. Did she? No. Resources to help. She did like a day ago. Okay. Still no real response or acknowledgement. We'll see if she does. I think she owes Christy an apology. She's a very nice person. If Blake's team's watching, go do a funny video. You have Ryan Reynolds, who's so good at marketing. How is this getting so out of hand? I can't believe you guys haven't organized this better. I'm kind of shocked. I sometimes feel like I should be a PR crisis person. I'm really good at it. I could be really good. Stars, if you're in trouble, people, call me. Because this is such an easy one to damper out the flames, and I don't understand why it keeps getting bigger. Is this all just a plan to get people to go see the movie? Is that what it ultimately is? Because we're talking about it. Is this being fabricated in a way? Will Justin Blake later come out and say, it's all good, we wanted to see the movie? I don't think so, because that would look really weird given the subject matter of the movie. Like, why would you have faked all that and created this fake drama? I do think there's drama between these two. Why? Well, maybe we'll never know. I just wish they would clear this up so we could focus on the movie and not this stupid, petty high school nonsense. And this idea of the fat shaming and I'm not buying that. And I don't know if that's the real reason. But if that's really the reason, Blake, yikes, you got to get ahead of this, and you better hire a good PR person yourself, because this is looking bad. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm missing something on those clips? Do you think she was ruder? Are you now completely against Blake because of these clips you've seen? I want to hear your thoughts down below. Or are you being a little bit more fair, trying to figure out, well, what is going on behind the scenes? Either way, if you want to keep updated on this story and so many more, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell for all alerts. Smash that thumbs up as well. Leave your comments down below and let me know. And make sure you check out last night's video. If you missed it, I'm going to put it right there on the left. Click it, watch it. Kirsty's lovely. Blake, you owe her an apology.